Scrolling forums, we decode the show. Hidden Easter eggs, lines to know. Three friends laughing, munching snacks. Lois and Clark, we're always coming back.
Can you see this?
Oh, Godzilla's here.
Oh, there he is.
He's attacking Lois in the background.
I'm Molly.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Jen.
And welcome to Folks Forever, a Lois and Clark rewatch podcast.
We're three fans who've been loving LNC since 1993.
And we're all here.
Each week we'll recap one episode and talk about at least one LNC related topic.
If you would like to learn more about who we are, how we became folks, and or how we became friends, check out our intro episode.
Today we're going to be discussing Season 2, Episode 3, The Source. We also have a special profile on our favorite Jonathan Kent, Eddie Jones. I'm assuming.
He is. I can
Yes.
officially say he is. I've been watching Smallville and I've gotten through the first season. It's actually pretty good. I will give it credit. But I no offense, I don't think I like the other Jonathan.
He's a
I
little
like my
bit-
Eddie.
He's a little rough.
I liked him as Jonathan Kent too. It's just a very different.
Yeah.
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 But I'm
I just
proud of
like-
you. You're watching Smallville?
Yeah. I'm through the
Yay.
first season. I'm about midway through the second. So
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay.
I kind of just want to start where Lois comes in because I had dropped
Mhm.
off by that point. But I think
Same.
that would be where I would want to start up.
I just want to get to the Lois seasons too, because that was my problem when watching it back when it was originally airing, is that I couldn't see Clark and Lana together. I'm just trying to plow through. I want to get to the season when Lois comes in.
Yeah. Well, let me know. Maybe I'll join you.
Okay, I will.
I got a
New-
couple new props. I got a little message paper from like their desk or whatever.
That's cool.
And I got a couple newspapers. I don't know. Does this look familiar to you guys?
Yes.
It's the London Voice.
That from the-
It says, "We are not alone."
That's not from the pilot, is it?
Or is it like Strange Visitor? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go
I'm
back and look.
I'm gonna think on it. I'm gonna think on
Yeah.
it.
And then this one, another London Voice, Mysterious Phenomena in Space.
From the
This one I'm
pilot.
sure is seen, but I'm not sure about the We Are Not Alone. I don't know.
That's cool.
I'm gonna have to go look. And then I got my 15-foot long tablecloth craziness.
Of all the things you never knew existed or should exist, there it is. And how does it still exist? You know, if it was for a party or something, you got food on it and tossed it, you know, like, okay.
Right? So yeah, I don't know because the Warner Brothers bag that it came in says it's a prop from the set. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it was used in the show, maybe in a background, or if it was actually used for like craft services. They weren't really sure. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep looking for it, but it's basically just a Daily Planet newspaper repeated 15-foot long.
It's cool.
It's cool. Something, I never thought I'd have.
We should check that old gang of mine because they were like having a party in that one. So
Not that you would actually do this, but when we get together and have all of our snacks, we can line the table with the Daily Planet paper.
I would immediately spill something on it.
I would too. Please don't do that.
How this still survived and is still around, I don't know, but now I have it and it's weird. It's probably the weirdest thing I have now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but hey, there you go.
Well, The Source first aired on October 2nd, 1994. And I thought today we could talk about fashion. As we told you guys about in our intro episode, 1994 is when we were all starting high school. And I don't know how it was in Ohio, but here in Portland, Oregon, the look. You see it at the beginning of this episode with the girl on the slide. She's wearing full-length overalls, and that was suddenly like a huge deal.
Yep.
I had to go out and buy some too after. Yes.
The flannel.
Yes, with the flannel.
Lois's
Yep.
vest later on in the episode. In our last episode, we saw an extra wearing one of those mini dresses with the spaghetti straps and the attached white t-shirt, which was another thing I had to go out
Uh-huh.
and buy. And I just remember being at an assembly and looking around the school, and everything seemed to be navy blue, forest green, and white.
Mhm.
Those were the colors of the fall of 1994. What do you guys remember from that time?
I definitely remember the navy blue. I remember lots and lots and lots of flannel and white t-shirts, like baby doll t-shirts.
Hmm.
I don't remember a lot. I think oversized was a look. It was a thing. Looking back at my old photos, I don't think I would want to, but it's horrible, oversized everything. And I still wear things big on me just because I like to snuggle up in them, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's definitely what I remember. I remember wanting to go shopping and get a flannel because everybody was wearing them and I didn't have any. I'm like,
Mm.
I gotta go to the mall and get some clothes, trying to look cool, and it was not a cool look for me whatsoever.
I remember stripes being a big deal, horizontal stripes and floral. And what Jen was saying about the white t-shirt, I remember coming up in church in Metropolis, Lois is going to wear kind of a low-cut white short-sleeved thing. And I remember
Hmm.
at the time
Yeah.
thinking, oh, she's wearing something cool. Like Lois is cool in this episode. So yeah. And I think it's just fun to watch or to watch these episodes and sometimes just spot in the background somebody wearing something that we would have worn.
Hmm. It's a flashback for sure.
And they tried to bring those looks back a couple years ago, and I was like, no.
Nah, it didn't work.
It
Let's
all
just
comes
not.
back. Now it's
I
the
kind of wanted
90s. Now,
I
or
kind of
later
wanted one of those
90s.
mini dresses again.
I was not a dress person. No, thank you.
I think they were
Yeah.
actually shorts. It just one of those look like a dress
Yeah,
situations. They were shorts, but
Yeah.
skorts.
Skorts. Yeah, that's what they were.
every Lois and Clark episode had a title. I'm not sure if there's any meaning behind the source. There are a bunch of movies and shows and things by that name, but most of them are from the year 2000 going forward. Back in the 90s, there was a magazine called The Source. And Stuart Hofferman in this episode is Lois's source, and he gives her all kinds of trouble. So maybe this is just one of those straightforward episode titles, i.e., Smart Kids or The Rival. Considering our next episode about the prankster is titled The Prankster, it certainly could be.
During the first two seasons, before the episode titles were known to the general public, we had to make up our own fake titles so that we could label our VHS tapes. My fake title for this episode was Sad Dad / Lois is suspended.
Oh my gosh.
Sad dad. Poor Jonathan.
That's funny. It also goes to show what was important to us or what stood out to us. Did you have one, Jen?
I did not. I probably just I thought of them in like Friends episode, like the one where blah, blah, blah. I probably thought of the one where Lois loses her job after her person fakes his own death. Or the toothbrush episode. I don't know. The toothbrush episode.
It's the toothbrush episode.
I don't know why I think of the toothbrush every single time I watch this episode with a little pick on the end. I'm a weirdo, but he's a weirdo too, so maybe.
We've seen Lois brush her teeth, but we never saw her make quite such a mess with the toothpaste as this guy does.
Right.
So, well, my fake title was Ferris wheel. That's it. The most
Oh,
important thing in this
okay.
episode is the Ferris wheel. Going
Ferris
round
wheel.
and round.
Okay.
It does set everything off, so
They don't even get to ride it though.
wouldn't want to.
Could you imagine if they'd been on and it started doing that and Clark's like, what? Well, he
I
couldn't
gotta
stop
go.
it with his foot, so maybe he like reaches out and like grabs the. I don't know what he would have done.
Jonathan and Martha should have been on that Ferris wheel. That's what I was hoping because it would have been awesome. Could you just
Well, then
imagine
they're gonna be
Jonathan?
on
They're
the
gonna throw
subway
up.
later. Can you
Jonathan
imagine?
never wants to come back to Metropolis.
Jonathan would be the next heart attack victim because he's been on two things.
Yes.
Then his son has a
Uh,
very real problem because
Yeah, it's a good
That
thing they
would have
were
been
eating
amazing.
popcorn and they hadn't gone on any rides.
Yeah.
yeah,
would have been great though. have him
so
come
mean.
off there and be like puking and This episode was directed by John T. Kretchmer. This was the only Lois and Clark episode he directed, but he's had quite a career, including as an assistant director on Jurassic Park. He's gone on to direct episodes of numerous shows, including Buffy, Burn Notice, Birds of Prey, and Riverdale. This episode was written by Tony Blake and Paul Jackson, who also wrote Madam X a few episodes back, and The Rival last season, and will write 4 more in season 2.
Hey, I'm remembering something.
Julie, do you have any memories of your first time watching this episode?
I actually have 0 memories of this episode in its original run. Don't know why. I'm sure I watched it. I watched every single one, recorded every single one, but I don't remember anything about it.
Same. Like I said before, the only thing that sticks out is the toothbrush with a pick at the end. That is my little thing that if I think of this episode, that's what I'm thinking about. I don't remember the plot at all. Just there's a toothbrush.
That's funny. That's very important.
I have a couple. They're kind of silly. One is when Martha claps back at Daniel Hansen saying, "We live in another state." I don't think it had occurred to my little 14-year-old brain that they did live so far from Metropolis, considering that Clark sees them in like every other episode. I mean, oh, they
That's
live in
true.
Kansas is somewhere else. Okay, cool. I was just like, revelation. I remember when Lois, her line, "I stopped acting like a victim and started thinking like a reporter." For a couple of years, I was convinced that she was saying, "I stopped acting like a bibdom." Bibdom. And I was like, what's a
What?
bibdom?
What?
Is it like a dum-dum? Bibdom? Okay.
A bib
Bibdom?
dumb. A bib dumb. We need to put this into like a
Bib
dictionary somewhere.
and dumb. Yes.
Like you wear it instead of a dunce cap. It's a bib for dum dums.
What?
Well, they were always using words that I didn't know. I mean, like A to brute and all this stuff. I thought maybe this
Okay.
is something. Years later, I maybe had the it was like a yawning situation. I had the captions on. I was like, oh, victim. I guess that makes more sense. My last thing was that after this aired, so my dad didn't watch the show with us, but I made him come in and the next day and watch the copy machine repair scene because he had just become a copy machine technician like the summer before, and I had gone with him on some of his jobs, and so I was like, this is hilarious, you need to come watch this. And I think he thought it was funny and absolutely not realistic, but I was just like, I
Correct.
can't believe they're doing the same job you do, oh my gosh. And that is that.
But is there a what is it?
Master.
I
Thermomaster.
Well, Julie knows a lot about copiers now from her job. Like, I don't think the wires
Yeah,
would
no.
just suddenly be like, "Whoom!" and they need to be
The
welded
wires
into
would not happen. No, they would not. In the 28
funny.
years that I've dealt with copiers at my job, never have I had that be an issue. No.
It just, I don't know. We'll get to that scene though. It is, I just like it. So, before we get into our more detailed discussion of the source, we'll be giving our very own summaries in 16 words or less. And today we start with Julie.
Okay. My summary is Lois tries to protect her source, ends up suspended, thrown in a barrel, and almost drowned.
Poor Lois.
Poor Lois.
gosh.
She's been through it in this episode.
No kidding. Aw.
But she got to ride a slide.
I mean, there's that.
Yes.
True.
All right. What about you, Jen? What's your summary?
Mine is not very exciting. Lois keeps her source anonymous, but bad things still happen. There's also a toothbrush.
Important stuff.
That darn toothbrush.
Mine is a tech magnate, a smarmy politician, and a guy who likes Gouda almost end Lois's career.
Gouda.
Gouda, yummy.
Funny.
Oh.
Did you like him in this episode? With the Gouda and the toothbrush and the razor and
I
the tissues.
did originally, only now with the toothpaste all over his mouth, and I'm like, ew. And we'll get into it. But he does
Yeah.
some things that make me upset as as this episode goes on, which didn't
Oh.
bother me as a kid, but bother
Oh,
me now.
okay. Interesting. We have a lot of guest stars today. We have Tim Grimm, played Eric Thorpe. He is best known for Clear and Present Danger, Backdraft, and Mercury Rising. He also did 44 episodes of Reasonable Doubts. Barry Livingston played Sheldon Bender. He played Ernie Douglas in My Three Sons and is also known for War Dogs, Argo, and Jersey Boys. I personally remember him playing a manager on Glee. I don't know if you remember that show. And he recently played the same character in Madam X, and he will also return for The Phoenix. Jeff Joseph is Oliver. He is best known for A Million Little Things, Big Sky, and Top 5.
Jeff Joseph was also on Dream On with
Chris
Chris
Demetral. Cool. That's awesome. We also have Patrick Pankhurst. He played Daniel Hansen, best known for Transformers Dark of the Moon, which is funny because today they're actually going to the dark side of the moon. Mission Impossible 3 and Black Sheep. Sorry, I'm super obsessed with this NASA thing. Before we logged in, I was like watching it live. Peter Scolari played Stuart Hofferman. This guy, he is known for the sitcom he did with Tom Hanks called Bosom Buddies, which made me laugh because I thought bosomy, Teri Hatcher. He also did Newhart, which was a show that my parents watched, and I kind of was in the same room. I don't really remember it, but it was on when I was a kid. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show, and the HBO series Girls. He also did That Thing You Do and The Polar Express. Come on. I was sad to find out that he passed away recently.
He's been in some good stuff.
Yeah. Andy McAfee played Vanessa, best known for Tom and Jerry the movie, Ice Cream Man, Recess, and a couple episodes of Baywatch.
And do you remember the family connection with her is that she's the sister of one of the smart kids, the Scott McAfee, aka Philip.
Yes, because she's the one on the slide. That's right. John Van Ness played Wick. He did a few old movies, The Natural, Tourist Trap, and Brubaker in the 1980s. And he also did a few guest spots on shows like Supernatural and The West Wing. That's what I have. Do you remember him from anything else?
No, I mean, I've seen The Natural and I don't remember him,
No.
so I'll have to rewatch
Okay.
that.
Cool.
Cool.
So that's what I got.
There's so many extras in this episode. I want to bring up that the Ferris wheel operator was played by Nick Latour. He was from Jingle All the Way. He is the son of Edgar Daniel Nixon Sr., who was the man who posted bail for civil rights leader Rosa Parks on the day she was arrested. I thought that was kind of interesting little trivia there. And then he actually got to play an older boycott kind of person in the TV movie, The Rosa Parks Story. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Nice.
Little history there.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Oh, you know what? I want to know who played Al. Tell me about Al.
Al, sure. William Schallert played Al. He is best known for Inner Space, In the Heat of the Night, The Patty Duke Show, and 20 episodes of The Torkelsons.
Good old Torkelsons.
That's who that is. I was like, why does he look familiar? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Do you remember The Torkelsons?
Yeah, that's the Michael Landis one.
I think I tried to watch that on YouTube after last season when I realized that we were talking about The Torkelsons a little bit. I think I watched one episode and I was like, oh man, I can't get through this anymore. It's just different.
It's just different. Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the episode. We begin at a cute little amusement park on the pier. It seems to be a day of celebration for the Daily Planet staff and their families. Is it a celebration for the recent rebuild, or perhaps sales have finally rebounded? This remains a mystery. Who knows? Is it supposed to be Hobbs Bay? Where exactly are we, do you think?
I would say Hobbs Bay. Maybe?
Isn't that kind of in the slums? Is there more water around?
There's a lot of water in Metropolis. Yeah,
Maybe.
because there's the East River, or the West River, and then there's Hobbs Bay, and then who knows?
All right. One of them. Who knows? Okay. Martha is buying popcorn for Jonathan, reminiscing about their honeymoon when they last rode a Ferris wheel. Martha waves to Clark and Lois, who are getting ready to slide down one of those super high fun slides. You know, the kind that has the potato sack that you sit down on. I'm sure most people have probably been on one of these slides in their lifetime, right? I know we have all together.
We've done it.
We did it together. And I did it last year at my corn festival. That was a lot of fun. A kid cuts in front of them and Lois isn't having it.
Excuse me. No cuts.
Who are you?
Lois Lane, the reporter.
Big deal. My mom signs your checks.
Well, that's no reason to be rude.
Since when?
The kid challenges Lois to a race, claiming that the loser will have to buy cotton candy. Lois is initially hesitant, but the girl takes off early, leaving Lois behind. Lois quickly pushes off after her, but she only emerges victorious because Clark blows a burst of air towards Lois, causing her to speed past the girl.
Yes.
Lois triumphantly declares,
My favorite flavor? It's pink.
she just ate an entire thing of pink cotton candy already because she threw it down and went after the kid. She's going to have a tummy ache if she eats another one.
She's like, I want a replacement.
I want another one.
Cotton candy, man. So good.
Anyway, her victory is short-lived because the Ferris wheel suddenly goes out of control. Apparently, the computer malfunctioned and the operator was unable to stop it. As usual, Superman comes to the rescue. However, when Lois asks Martha about Clark's whereabouts, Martha, put on the spot, says that, he went to phone in the story. Ouch. That is not what you should be telling Lois. That's the worst thing. Worst excuse possible.
It has just now occurred to me. I mean, this is the Daily Planet picnic or whatever, and you would think like any of them could write this story. Who are they phoning? Who got left at the Daily Planet? I am assuming Perry and Jimmy, because they're not in this scene. Where are Perry and Jimmy?
Who's there?
I think Jimmy had to stay at the Daily Planet and take phone calls because somebody had to.
Yeah.
And miss all the fun. Poor
Uh-huh.
Jimmy.
Because he's the newbie. He's
Poor
been here, what,
Jimmy.
a month?
Exactly.
True. We then cut over to a limo with two men sitting inside watching everything unfold. Clearly, these are the bad guys. They are happy that the test went well, and we hear that there is going to be another. I was going to say the second guy was juggling his balls, but...
I wrote something about that too, about why is it's like a fidget spinner with two balls, and no way you have some. That is so funny.
I do. I have my little balls here.
They look like soccer balls, his did.
His did look like soccer balls. Mine have like yin and yang symbols on them.
Nice.
Those are cute.
I think it's cool. I like when they give the villain some weird little quirks. I don't know why. It's just like, okay.
Did you notice at the very end he drops one and he
Yes.
he tries to pick it up? I thought that was kind of funny. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
But he keeps moving his hand. Good job, actor. Keep on
Yeah.
going. This time I was really struck by like, how did those guys know that the Ferris wheel is going to malfunction then at that very moment? How long have they been sitting there in their limo? I can't imagine that these switches were put into the Ferris wheel this very day. And they're like, aha, it's about to go. And they're just sitting there. I mean, the timing is weird. And I don't know. So they're like, our little test went really well. And Superman just happened to, come in, blah. And Wick, the guy with the soccer balls, he asks, well, how do we know Superman won't interfere with our next one? And the bad guy goes,
because next time, you won't be able to hear the screams.
and I'm like,
Right.
ooh, foreshadowing. I can't wait to see where this is going.
Nowhere.
Hashtag nowhere. It makes
Nowhere.
me so mad.
Exactly. Is it because they're going to kill him? Like what? That confused me as well. Why is he
only
not
thing-
going to hear the screams?
The only thing I could think was that the subway was supposed to be soundproof and they forgot to mention it.
Oh, interesting.
But moreover, I think it was lazy writing where they wanted a cliffhanger sort of like foreshadowing thing here and then forgot to come back to it, just like another part of the episode where they go to a cliffhanger and then forget to deal with it. So I'm annoyed.
Yeah. I'm just
Moving
gonna
on.
juggle my balls here.
Julie's with her balls.
I don't have any. I want some fidget
Mine
balls.
Mine are blue balls.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Julie.
Which is even better. Juggling my blue balls.
That's funny.
All right. So, at the Daily Planet, Clark is giving his parents a little tour of the new newsroom because, it kind of got blown up and remodeled. We meet Daniel Hansen, the state senator, who is apparently running for governor and is there trying to get the Planet to endorse him. Hansen introduced himself to Clark's parents, asking where they're from. They, of course, say Smallville, and Hansen says that's a great community, and if he's elected, he'll work hard to make sure their town gets good jobs and quality education. And then he walks off, introducing himself to others. I love Martha. She calls after him.
Might start with geography. We live in another state.
I freaking love her.
So funny.
Perry shows Clark's parents his office so Lois and Clark can get back to work. And Lois picks up on the fact that Jonathan seems kind of depressed. Clark tells her that his dad's best friend had just died of a heart attack and that he's been trying to keep him busy, but he's out of ideas. Lois thinks maybe she can get him tickets on the new Subway's inaugural ride coming up. Apparently she's got a friend. Lois has friends?
Who knew? Source.
One you'll never see.
She's a source of tickets.
Just then, Clark sees Perry pull out his taxidermy snake and goes off to save his parents from one of Perry's long, crazy stories. Jimmy didn't do a good job of cleaning out that office if he's still got weird junk.
No,
Yeah.
everything blew up before. No, you had to get
that's
stuff.
true.
He brought this
That's
from
true.
home. The Elvis box is
Yeah.
gone. The snake is here.
Did you notice the shirt that Jimmy was wearing in this scene?
No.
Okay. So I remember back in the day, I was a member of the Krypton Club run by Craig Byrne. And they named this shirt that Justin Whalin wore in so many episodes. The shirt's name is Ned, from what I
Yes.
remember. It is a black and white, like kind of checkered in the front shirt. And I saw that in this episode and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Ned. Just random memories from the 90s. But yeah, so I do remember that. Also, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Martha's outfit is super cute. Tailored coat, rolled up sleeves. And the top is like a pretty maroon sweater. She looks very elegant. So it's her probably city look. I'm going to the city, so I gotta look a little more put together. So way to go. She looks great.
And this is the first time we've seen Martha and Jonathan at the Daily Planet, but it is implied that they, as Julie mentioned back in our, was it Ides of Metropolis, I do believe, where Jonathan had come to Metropolis and then Martha followed him. There was something in the script about them visiting in that episode, so I guess we can figure canonically. Yes, indeed. They have been here before.
Yes. Talking about the nude painting. Yes.
Right. Yes. Oh, the painting.
Which I still want.
And they'd also visited Metropolis in Man of Steel Bars. So this is their third trip, I believe.
Nice. And asteroids. All shook up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. But that was such a stressful time.
We forgot.
We forgot. Amnesia.
But little drum and cymbal.
Yeah, you're right. They've been here a few times. You're like, actually, they've been to Metropolis in every episode. Oh wait, that's end of season 2, early season 3. Never mind.
Yes. Every episode. Lois heads back to her desk and meets up with Stuart Hofferman, head of research at Biologic, the company that made the switches for the Ferris wheel. Earlier, we briefly see him walking into the Daily Planet, being secretly followed by that bad ball juggler guy. Not good, man. Not good. Stuart tells her that the accident wasn't an accident and that Biologic knew there were defective switches because he reported that issue to Thorpe, the CEO. He wants to tell his story, but wants to make sure he can stay anonymous. He nervously cleans his glasses with a tissue, and we learn some important info that will come up later, that he never throws tissues out until they are absolutely shredded. Save the rainforest and all of that.
I have issues with this as well. This man wastes water. This man wastes sheets later on.
Yes.
I mean, he's
Yes, true.
not conscious of the environment at all.
That is true.
And having to have a
Point.
toothbrush with the pick, I mean, that's gotta be not the most basic thing. I could go on. But yes, it's important because plot. So
Yes.
I always thought it was funny how he's like, I want to be anonymous and no one can know about me. You're sitting in the center of the Daily Planet where anyone can hear you and everyone can see you. But okay, do go on.
Yeah. Should have made a phone call. That would have been smarter.
Seriously.
Because he was followed there. I mean, hello,
He doesn't
phone call.
know, but yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He will know soon. So Perry decides to give Clark the rest of the day off so he can spend more time with his parents. But being the sweet guy Clark is, he asks Lois.
Is that all right with you, Lois?
Well,
Now she knows she might have this big giant story, but she remembers that, he kind of stole that Ferris wheel story. So she tells him,
yeah. It's a slow news day.
I've always wondered, did Clark, after his mom told him, no, because he doesn't.
yes,
to
I'm
know, yeah.
confused.
Who wrote? Was
Who
there
wrote
a Ferris
it?
wheel story? And who wrote it? And it wasn't Clark.
Yes, I was going to bring this up. Somebody had to have written it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it wasn't Lois because she thinks Clark stole it. But Clark doesn't know later on that
Mhm.
Martha said that. So, literally nobody wrote this story. That's kind of in my goof section, but we'll bring it up here. It makes no sense. Because there
Yeah.
has to be a story for Lois to be upset that there was a story.
He would have
the
had
actual
to reference the
Maybe because he was
Ferris
gonna
wheel.
steal it? I don't know.
We don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't
There's
track
a
well.
lot of things like that in this episode. I will.
Yeah.
Well, his story was presumably about Superman flying in and putting his hands on the wheel and blah, blah, blah. And maybe he
Yeah.
Which
Maybe
never
he
got
didn't
written.
know about the switch yet.
phone in the story before you even have a chance to interview the victims or talk to. Yeah, none of it makes sense.
No,
But-
it does not.
As we know, it didn't actually happen, so it's fine.
Back at Clark's apartment, Clark plays checkers with his sad dad while his mom makes them some lunch and fixes his sink because she is so handy. Clark peeks out his window and sees the afternoon edition of the Daily Planet sitting on the curb with the headline Scandal at Biologic, exclusive by Lois Lane. Ooh, he is not happy. Unhappy to be completely out of the loop, he scarfs down his sandwich quickly and heads back to the planet.
That was great, Mom. Thanks. See you later.
I just hate it when he inhales his food.
It's cute. Such a mom thing to say.
I feel like that comes back once.
It does.
Do you remember which
Yes.
episode? Where she complains about him eating food too fast, and
Uh-huh.
I know he inhales the M&Ms in Season's Greetings, but she doesn't see
Well,
that.
M&Ms,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
No, it does come up again with her.
Mhm.
No, it already happened in first season, right? He's distracted.
Sure looks like you missed your cooking, though.
Clark, honey, you just inhaled that. Something's on your mind, isn't it?
This is a good callback. Good job, Martha.
Back at the planet, Clark is not happy with Lois keeping this from him. She reminds him that he stole the Ferris wheel story, so basically they're even now. Good job, Martha. Perry comes over and announces that Eric Thorpe is about to hold a press conference and he wants Lois and Clark and Jimmy to cover it. Jimmy asks, "Who's Eric Thorpe?" Perry says that he was a millionaire by the time he was Jimmy's age, to which he responds,
Yeah, well, I had the mumps in 6th grade. Kind of slowed me down.
"Poor, insecure
Jimmy.
little Jimmy Olsen."
I remember that resonating with me as a kid, hearing that, and then Jimmy getting jealous because anytime any adult like compared you to somebody else your age in a kind of derogatory
Yeah.
way, like he's a millionaire at your age and you're not, it hurt. And
Yeah.
I totally got why Jimmy kind of focused on that. I think he goes a little far, but
Yeah.
but he's young, whatever.
Perry knows that this is huge and wants to be sure that Lois's source is rock solid. She assures him that he is and that she's going to stake her reputation on it.
But question. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this a lot today. Did
Yeah.
she vet Stuart Hofferman at all? Is
Right.
she sure that he works at Biologic? Did she ask for credentials at all? Or did she just take his word on it?
I don't know. I'm going to hope she did.
I would hope. Yeah.
No, but see, that all happened really fast. I mean, it was like the same day she types up this story. It all happened
Yeah, but
so
it wouldn't
fast. I don't-
change anything, even if she didn't. It
But
still
I
is
just
the
don't
same
think she can be
result.
like, it's rock solid when it's like, Lois. I don't
Lois,
know.
are you sure?
I don't know about that.
Back at Biologic, Thorpe is snooping around Stuart's computer and discovers his report about the defective switches. The ball guy, who we now know as Wick, is also there. Apparently, Thorpe never saw this report because Wick didn't think he needed to know. It's kind of big information there, Wick. What the heck? Thorpe says that their entire cover story was that Logan Electronics sabotaged their equipment, and now Stuart's report is going to wreck all of that. Stuart and Oliver enter the office, but Oliver quickly leaves. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here. Thorpe completely intimidates Stuart, even throwing a baseball at him at one point, smashing his computer. He accuses Stuart of leaking the story and fabricates a story about the switches being shipped by mistake. Thorpe informs Stuart that he has called for a press conference and expects him to cooperate, deny the planet's story, and support him. Bad guys being bad. At the press conference, Sheldon Bender, Biologic's attorney, responds to the quote-unquote false accusations made in Lois's article. They claim that the failure was due to sabotage by a competitor. However, when Lois mentions that there was a report warning about these defects, Stuart does as he's told, steps up to the microphone, and denies the existence of said report. Throughout his speech, Stuart repeatedly wipes his glasses with a tissue. Here we go with the throwback here. And then he throws it in the trash can. The press conference ends. Lois knows that he doesn't dispose of tissues after one use, approaches the trash can and retrieves the tissue. She opens it and finds a message that says, "Meet at the pier in 1 hour." Dun dun dun.
Don't do it. Don't go without Clark.
This could end bad.
Not in the dark.
I know, especially at night, guys. All right, so now we are at the pier, and Lois is walking around in the dark of the night looking for Stuart. Finally, Stuart pops out and is apparent that he is very mad.
You betrayed me.
Stuart.
By the time I got back to the office, Eric Thorpe knew I was the leak.
What? Not from my article. I wrote it as vague as possible.
I'm sorry I ever came to you. As of now, you've never heard of me.
Stuart starts to walk away, and Lois tries to talk some sense into him. But just then, you see a shadow, and then a guy with a gun. And another guy comes out of the shadows and behind Stuart. They are surrounded.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Not good. Meanwhile, at the planet, Clark goes into Perry's office while he's trying to work on a crossword puzzle.
Oh, Clark, I'm glad to see you. Listen, do you know anything that looks like a pomegranate?
No, not really, Chief.
Clark asks Perry where Lois is. Clark just always knows when Lois might be in trouble. He just happens to know that something might be wrong.
He's psychic. We learned that in one of the episodes.
Apparently.
His spidey sense is tingling.
Right. So Perry has no idea. So Clark is on his way to go look for Lois. And back at the pier, the bad guys are ordering Lois and Stuart into some metal canisters. Meanwhile, in the foreground, did you guys notice there's just this stuffed bear or something sitting there in these shots?
Well, this is where the Ferris wheel and all that stuff are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right. They dropped a prize. I don't know why you wouldn't bring your prize with you, but it makes for an excellent foreground shot. So, okay. Anyway, Stuart and Lois are both forced into their respective canisters and then pushed off the pier into the water below. After the commercial break, we see these big yellow canisters sinking down in a very clean looking river. It looks like a pool.
It's a pool. Come on.
You guys think it was a pool or a river? Curious.
Definitely a pool.
Yeah. Lois calls for Superman from inside. Superman hears. Of course, the canister starts to fill with water, and Superman dives down into the water, gets the canisters, and pulls them out.
These weird drums or whatever they are that they're inside of must have had holes or something because they tightened the lids. They're supposed to be airtight originally.
Yeah.
And you would have like a few minutes of air and not start to drown. But
yeah,
I guess they're old and holy.
So after Superman pulls them out, he opens them up, and Stuart and Lois both crawl out. Lois asks Stuart if he recognized who those men were, but Stuart doesn't know. Lois assumes that they're connected to biologic. Superman suggests that Lois takes Stuart to the police so that they can put him into protective custody. But Stuart does not want that. Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why?
Why? I would.
What's the issue? I'm sorry. I don't understand this.
I would if somebody just tried to kill me. Take me
Yeah.
to the police, please.
I don't think he's thinking straight. I think he's very flustered. He's still in like survival mode, and his thing is like, I want to be left alone. I just want to get out of here.
It just bugs me. Like, just it's your life, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when Lois gets the brilliant idea of taking care of him herself. Back at Clark's house, Clark is eating dinner with his parents, but Jonathan isn't enjoying it. Instead, he's pushing the food around on his plate, looking miserable. Clark notices and decides to tell his parents about the inaugural subway ride, and he got them tickets. Distractions are good, but sometimes you gotta let someone sit in their grief. Clark, don't get me started on this. It's that I think is a 90s thing. I think back then people were just expected to push through, where now I think people are starting to recognize that you have to be allowed to grieve in a way.
Yeah, during that checkers scene earlier, we found out that Jonathan and his friend who has passed were supposed to go fishing this week, and that the plans have now changed because the friend died and now they're in Metropolis. It's like, whose idea was it to go to Metropolis right now? And Martha's, I'm assuming.
Martha,
but yeah, it's all kind of wacky.
Yeah. So Lois knocks at the door with Stuart, and when Clark opens the door and sees a very wet Lois, he pretends to be surprised. Lois tells him about what happened at the pier, and meanwhile, Martha is the sweetest, offering to help them get out of their wet clothes.
Bless you.
May I have some tissue?
I don't know why it's funny. It's just funny because it's Stuart. This whole thing with Stuart being a little extra just makes me laugh to this day. Lois asks Clark if Stuart can stay with him. Clark pushes back, saying no way. But Martha says yes. And did you guys notice the blanket that Martha wrapped around Lois? It looks like a Pendleton blanket. I don't know if it is, but it looks like that's based here in Oregon. Parker modeled for them. Go Parker. Sorry.
Yay.
My dog, guys. That's my dog.
No, but I liked Clark's face though when he like took the blanket and threw it. Like he was annoyed.
Yeah.
Such
feel-
attitude.
Clark has a point here. He's already got his parents staying with him. He has one bed. and one couch.
Mm-hmm.
Is Stuart just gonna hop in the middle of the big bed? Is Clark gonna go float out on the balcony? Where is
Yeah.
everyone? Where are we all gonna sleep? This
That's
makes
true.
That's true. Because
I
wait,
hadn't thought
if
about
he
that.
gets murdered in the bed, where was Martha and Jonathan sleeping?
Everyone pile in.
I'm confused.
There's no room.
Huh.
Maybe Stuart was sleeping with Martha and Jonathan. That's the only
That's
thing I
what
can think
assume.
of.
Or there's that
I
weird like
guess.
loft area. Maybe
The
Clark
loft.
had a
Oh, maybe.
mattress up there. Or...
Maybe there's
Yeah.
a little couch.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Well, don't worry, guys. Stuart will be gone in a day.
Yeah. So Clark is not backing down. He doesn't want this to happen. But when Jonathan finally pipes up and agrees with Martha, it's game over. Martha mentions that if the bad guys think that he's dead, it's not like he'll be in any danger. Stuart, all the while, has sat down at the table, just helping himself to Martha's dinner plate, eating off of, whatever she didn't finish. Martha offers to fix Stuart something to eat, and Stuart responds with,
A cheese omelet would be nice.
Sure.
Gouda, if you have it. Would it be all right if I called Oliver and had him pick up some of my personal items?
Of course not.
obviously, no, that's not
Idiots.
okay. Hello. People are going to find out. So Lois tells them that they'll buy him new stuff.
I use an electric razor, with the floating heads, and I need a toothbrush with a little rubber pick at the end, if you can find it.
Yeah. No trouble at all.
Now we see Lois in a copy repair uniform, her hair in a pony, and it looks very cute. She is attempting to go undercover at Biologic. The guy at the desk answers the phone, and Clark shows up with Lois's replacement parts.
For the copier.
For the copier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does Lois just have a drawer full of fake IDs and undercover outfits? I'm just curious because she's always got these fake IDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an old pro.
Lois is annoyed that Clark is there. As Lois and Clark are bickering down the hall, they are stopped by some lady who is like, "Oh, that was fast. I just called." Because, of course, a copier is needing service. I remember that when I worked in an office before I was in education. There was always an issue with the copier.
That's correct.
Julie knows this. Yeah.
Every day.
So Lois tries to get out of this by saying that they're on an emergency call, but that's not going to fly. So Lois walks up with the doobie-doobie-doo music playing. She is completely out of her element and might get caught. But she's going to try to fix this thing. Meanwhile, Clark x-rays the machine and does a little zap-zap thing with his vision doodad and fixes the problem with a circuit. Lois says,
Oh! It's obvious this machine needs a new thermomaster connector. That would be the thing that connects the thermo to the master. It's very expensive. We'll order it and be back tomorrow.
Clark, however, goes, "I think it just needs a little kick." And Lois's face here, so funny. She is not amused.
A kick? It needs a kick? He's joking. He's a trainee, they do that.
Well, no, you couldn't hurt to try, Miss Jefferson.
So she kicks it, and then she goes,
Maybe I'm kicking the wrong thing.
and then it starts to work. That is a great scene. A+ for that scene right there. Hilarious.
Well, she didn't even hit the start button. She just kicked it thinking it would do something. And he was like, and start button.
Yeah.
Might want to hit the start button there, girl. I kick my copiers every day, so it does tend to work. Sometimes it
Nice.
helps.
So Lois and Clark enter a dark room. They're looking for a copy of Stuart's report. Clark can hear a conversation in the next room, so he x-rays through the wall and sees Thorpe and Hanson. The two men talk about a future presidential campaign, and Thorpe tells Hanson to stop worrying about not getting to be governor, how it's just the beginning. He goes on to tell Hanson that he will become president, and Hanson says Thorpe will be appropriately surprised when he awards Biologic all these big fat defense contracts. Shady business is happening.
Yep.
But in the middle of it all, we see an x-rayed hand waving back and forth. And Lois looks at the wall and goes,
Mothership to Clark. Imagine how fascinating that wall would be if there was actually something on it.
Sorry, I was just lost in thought.
Lost in space, you mean? Did you find anything?
she's so cute.
I love that. What do you guys think of all of his like laser beam eyes? Like we're so crazy, like crazy laser beam eyes.
He did look wild.
That was definitely a different effect this time.
I just remember thinking that this scene was so cute when I first watched it. They're a little bickering before, but then what was going through her mind when she sees Clark just staring at a blank wall?
With his glasses down.
She must think he is Looney Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's staring for quite a while.
I
She's
mean,
like, some
medically
weirdo.
speaking, there are some conditions where you would zone out like that, and I'm glad we don't go there, but
Right, it's true. Just then, Oliver walks in, catches them, gets pissy, and then tells Lois and Clark to get out.
and he says here that something, you've made Stuart so upset he's disappeared. So Oliver doesn't know. I mean, nobody knows that Stuart was supposed to be dead, and Oliver just knows he's missing.
Right.
How do they know that's Oliver? Because he immediately says
question.
Oliver, and I'm like, how does he know that's Oliver? Maybe they
Don't
share an
know.
office?
I don't know. Weird. Maybe, Stuart
Maybe they
really likes
share.
Oliver. He probably had a picture in his thing. It got wet, but he took it out to dry and hung it up at Clark's. He's like, this is my BFF, Oliver. They're like, oh, okay.
Sure.
But that one makes sense because then later, why would they accept the delivery from him and all that? Okay, moving on. I don't know.
Yeah,
Are
questions.
Are they just BFF?
Oh, no. Oh, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No.
No.
I.
Okay.
You don't think
I
so?
don't, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I think they're more than that.
I think they love each other, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all.
I'm down with that. I think that's cute.
Got to be subtle in 1994, but still.
Anyway, so Lois and Clark leave, and the guy Wick, who carries around those balls, the fidget ball things, he sees them, which means, uh-oh.
Yeah, and it's also uh-oh because they know Lois is alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why wouldn't Lois go into hiding too? It would protect Stuart because they were both put in those canisters at the same time.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Well, I know that she's wearing the sunglasses at one point when she's at Biologic, but Wick still recognizes her. So I guess the glasses disguise doesn't work with Lois, only Clark. But so
That's true.
So she's trying. If she had just gone in on her own with the sunglasses and the hair up, she might have passed. But the fact that Clark is following behind her, a little obvious. So I blame him for that one.
Yeah.
You blame Clark?
I blame Clark for tagging along on that one because he made them more conspicuous.
Yeah. But he did fix the copier.
Good job, Clark.
What would he do without you?
So Thorpe is playing the guitar in his office, and Wick walks in and tells him that he saw Lois Lane leaving the building. Thorpe is like, how can that be? She's dead. If she's alive, then Stuart probably is too. Obviously. He tells Wick to find them and do better next time.
I don't even know how to say this. You just thought that Lois had died, that she had gotten killed by Wick last night, yet nothing in the papers about this woman missing, nothing. Daily Planet doesn't seem to notice.
No, I thought the same thing. It just doesn't.
My thing with this episode is like, whoever wrote it, they were like, man, if anybody watches this more than twice, it's gonna fall apart. What kind of geek would watch it twice or more? There's no one. We're fine.
It'll never air on TNT, and people won't record it and buy the DVDs. Watch it on HBO Max. Perry and Lois are back at the planet, and they are approached by Sheldon Bender. They find out that the Daily Planet and Lois are being sued for $20 million.
Consider yourself served.
What? Are you serious? Haven't you ever heard of the First Amendment? You think the planet's gonna roll over because of your bullying scare tactics?
Let me see.
Listen, you're lucky that we're not prosecuting you for illegal trespass.
Oh, yeah? Well, wait till you get our bill for fixing your copy machine. Do you believe this? We should countersue for harassment.
Perry says they'll fight it, but that Lois is going to have to bring in her source for ammo. Lois stands firm and says she is not revealing her source, but Perry says that she has to. Womp, womp. Back at Clark's apartment, Clark and Lois walk in together in the middle of a discussion. When they get inside, they see Martha and Jonathan asleep at the table. His parents wake up when Clark runs over to them. Martha explains that Stuart ordered takeout from a deli. They delivered, they ate, and the next thing they know, Clark is there.
Did you see that Jonathan was still holding his sandwich?
No, really?
Still
cute.
holding his sandwich and asleep. And Clark takes the sandwich from him and puts it on the plate.
Oh, that's funny. So I guess he has his appetite back, maybe?
Maybe.
So Lois goes to look for Stuart in the bedroom.
Stuart?
And that's where she finds a broken lamp on the bed with bloody sheets.
Clark?
Clark and Lois are now back at the Daily Planet investigating Stuart's murder. Lois is reading the Metropolis Star newspaper about Stuart's death, and she's very torn up about it.
I wrote an article that got a man killed.
Lois, you used every possible means to protect his identity. Nobody could have done that better.
No, because of my compulsive obsession to always outdo everybody. Stuart Hofferman is dead.
Jamie walks over and confirms that the blood stains are an exact match of Stuart's. There was also powder burns from a small caliber weapon. Question marks went off in my head for this.
An exact match of Stuart's? You have Stuart's blood type on file somewhere? Or maybe just his type, like, oh, positive, but the way they said it made it sound like, oh yes, we have his in a database and we checked it and they're the same.
Doesn't really make sense.
Well, and I wondered, what was the weapon that was used?
The lamp.
But that's not a small caliber weapon.
No, that's true. I guess I didn't catch that. I thought it was a lamp.
If you fire a gun, it leaves residue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Powder
whole
burns.
thing. If this was a real murder investigation, they would have cordoned that off and be still doing it. And instead, it seems like they just walk away. So
yeah.
And then Martha and Jonathan go ahead and sleep in the bed that night anyway.
Change the
so
sheets
it's
and hop
good.
on in.
I hope they
it's
changed
fine.
the sheets.
Somebody was murdered there. Good night, guys.
Everyone's okay. Just go night.
And as we find out in a few minutes, just jerkhole Stuart arranged to have Clark's parents poisoned or drugged.
Yes.
But we're all still cool with everything. Yes. I drug my parents.
Yeah.
Ruin my
He
sheets.
seems like such a nice young man.
Make Lois lose
Weird.
her job. It's all good.
Yeah. Clark reminds Lois that they need to stay focused and find the delivery guy. Just then, Perry pops his head out of his office and asks to see Lois. What could he want? Let's find out. Perry tells her,
I'm going to have to suspend you.
What?
he fought hard for her, but the planet is frightened and they just don't have the money. Poor Lois is heartbroken. Her face looks like when Molly found out that we could have had Jack in season 2.
Aw.
And she plays it so well here too. Perry says,
Lois, I swear to you, I'll do everything in my power to see that you get reinstated just as soon as possible.
poor Perry. I felt bad for both of them.
Yeah, he does great in this scene.
Sometimes I hate this job.
Lois walks out of the elevator and into the lobby carrying her files and a Rolodex. The security guard asks for her press ID. As Lois and Clark walk out of the planet, Lois talks about how she doesn't even know where the unemployment office is. Meanwhile, Clark is trying to get her to not give up. Out of absolutely nowhere, this annoying blonde-haired woman in a dress suit runs up yelling, "Clark! Clark!" She tells Clark that Perry wants them somewhere for a story right away. Wow, right in front of Lois. Go away, Blondie. Lois watches Clark get into the taxi with this woman. He tells her, "I'll call you later." As the taxi drives off to City Hall, Lois watches and quietly says,
I'll miss you, partner.
Oh,
Do you
Very
think
sad.
he heard her?
probably.
He might have
He has super
actually.
hearing on.
Mm-hmm. And he's like,
Aw,
ooh.
I hope he did. That would be
Yeah.
sweet if he did.
Yeah, he says, I'll call you later, which is important.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now inside Lois's apartment. She's got her hair up, dressed casually, and her living room is a giant mess. Apparently, she's been calling a bunch of her contacts, but nobody wants anything to do with her because, I guess, because she is tied to Stuart Hofferman's death. Like, anybody cares about this? I'm sorry, but like, okay.
They don't want to
Anyways.
die.
Yeah. And every time that she gets hung up on or rejected, she just lobs one of the cards through the air. She's currently on the phone with someone named Joey. This is her last contact, her last hope, and he hangs up on her. So now she just throws the entire Rolodex across the room. And then...
Maybe I should have called first?
Superman. It's such a, if I'd known you were coming, I was just, spring cleaning.
Yeah, Clark, you said you were going to call... Wait. Oh, hi, Superman.
Yeah.
It's Superman. Yeah, you didn't call. Anyways, Superman is at Lois's window once again. He comes in and gives her a pep talk, which is like, don't give up. You can do it. Adversity's never stopped you before. But what I really like in this scene is what he says to her. This line.
Sometimes I feel like giving up. But then I remember that what I stand for is more important than anything else.
Remember where he heard this? That is what Lois told him in Neverending Battle. That got him to go to the closet, get his suit back out, and become Superman again.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Making
So,
the connection.
I mean, good job, Tony Blake, Paul Jackson, for going back and watching Neverending Battle before
You
I
watched an episode.
I know. So I love that, even though it's a quick. So then Superman offers to help Lois clean up her living room, and she says, no, really, it's okay. But he ignores her and zooms around cleaning it up anyway. He even alphabetizes the cards in her Rolodex, which she seems pretty impressed by.
That is pretty impressive.
It is. The way she
With
says
what-
it too. She's like,
Gee, you even alphabetized it.
I mean, if she wasn't in love with him before, now is the time.
mm-hmm. Yes.
Superman offers her one little extra nugget of advice and then flies away. And I don't really love the part where he cleans it up for her because she said no. He should have listened. But I do appreciate that this scene had Superman coming to her house and there's like no romance.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody tries to kiss anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody gives flowers.
Yeah.
You're just chatting and having a heart to heart. I like it.
Cleaning up her chips and donuts and milk.
Oh yeah, she had milk. I remember. Yeah.
Milk mustache.
Does that? Who drinks milk? Just like, I'm gonna have.
She had
Well-
donuts.
He likes milk. Remember the giant gob blub blub blub?
Yeah, it's not just garbage anymore.
Sorry. Yes, true. Okay, so Lois has been feeling pretty down, but Superman has said these things to her. And cut to Clark deep in sleep on his living room couch, and he hears somebody knocking. And we also see there's a clock next to him. I don't remember the exact time, but it's somewhere in the 5 o'clock a.m. hour, if I'm not wrong.
Yep.
And I noticed this because he gets up and he heads towards the front door of his apartment to see who's knocking. And his parents, who remember are just staying there in the murder bed right now, they are also awakened by this knocking. And they all seem pretty grumpy, even though the last time Jonathan visited, he had no problem waking up at 5 a.m. Remember
Yep,
cooking the breakfast?
Oh, yes. They're from Smallville, live on a farm.
Like, if only they'd made this 3 a.m. or something, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But the fact
Yeah.
that it's like 5, I'm like, no. They'd be up. They'd be fine. Who's at the door? It's Lois. And I love this scene. Her babbling everything about it. So energetic. She goes,
I know you're asleep. I'm sorry. I really am. But this can't wait. I know you hate me now, but you are gonna love me in a minute.
I doubt that.
Oh, Clark, it was the most amazing thing.
and then she has a very long Babel Fest monologue where she explains that she decided to stop feeling sorry for herself and actually use her detective skills. She's put a bunch of clues together and realized all the stuff plus Stuart's toothbrush is missing from Clark's bathroom. Oh my gosh.
And why would a dead man need a toothbrush?
Exactly. Stuart's not dead. He faked it so everyone would leave him alone.
Nice work, Lois.
Which I think would have relieved everybody. And I also want to say, Jonathan is mourning the loss of his friend Henry. And then to have a guy that you've kind of just started to care for and get to know get murdered in your house, like, you're probably grieving that too. And then she's like, Stuart's not dead. What? Like, this poor man, the whiplash, I tell you. Well, anyway, where is Stuart? Probably with Oliver. Lois has gotten a photo of Oliver's driver's license. And she shows it to everybody, and Jonathan recognizes Oliver.
Clark, that's him. Oliver. Oliver was the delivery boy.
He is the one who delivered the food to their house on the night they were all poisoned.
You sounded like the chef from The Little Mermaid.
Poisson, poisson.
Hee hee ha ha ha. Round off his head.
What? Something kind of funny happens at Oliver's apartment. Lois and Clark have got the sass today. They are pissed, and instead of just confronting this man, they have somehow printed. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm dying. I just have the giggles. I'm sorry. It's the Little Mermaid. Okay.
Y'all.
All right, gotta get the giggles out. Giggles out. Woo. Okay.
I'm just gonna mute y'all. Lois and Clark have somehow printed off a fake copy of the Daily Planet that says, like, Oliver is responsible for blah blah blah, or he's going to jail because he concealed Stuart, blah blah blah. So Oliver picks up this newspaper and is like, what? It's about me? And then Lois is like, I'm here. She grabs his ear, which rude, and gets him to admit that, yes, Stuart is in the apartment. And in Lois goes. Stuart is brushing his teeth. He opens the cabinet, which is one of those cool mirrored cabinets that opens. My grandma used to have one. And as he closes it, Lois is standing there.
Hello, Stuart.
Please, can't you just leave me alone?
Put down the toothbrush, and we'll talk.
Stuart has rabies. He's foaming at
Stuart,
the mouth.
Stuart's face, his mouth. Yes. How many dogs were in this episode? Just one with rabies.
Oh dear gosh. So they all sit down in the living room and chat, and Lois pleads with Stuart. She needs his help. She needs him to come out of hiding and be her source again and help her clear her name. And Clark reminds Stuart that if Lois and Clark were able to find him, the bad guys probably will as well.
Did you see that Oliver had one of those hot water bottle things?
Yeah.
He was holding it against his ear because Lois hurt his ear that badly that he needed to get one of those.
Oh my goodness. They're made for each other, these guys with the pick and the
whiny.
That's a bit over.
Every little
a bit
thing
overdone.
is just dramatic. Yeah.
Can we also mention Stuart's probably anemic now from all that blood? No, okay, moving
Yeah,
on,
right?
moving on.
No kidding.
Where did all that blood come from?
Oliver vampired him and then like I don't know.
Maybe punched him in the face, got a bloody nose, and just was like drip, drip, drip. That's gross. I don't know.
So they start to plan, and they all want to get access to the shipping manifests at Biologic to find out where all the faulty switches were sent, because obviously some got sent to the Ferris wheel, but there's more. It turns out that Stuart actually has access to that special shipping room and those files, even though he's supposedly dead, and even though you would think Biologic would cut off his access because Eric Thorpe would have control over that. Nope, he still has, still has all the access, so it's fine.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh well. At Biologic, Stuart gets Lois and Clark past several security features and into one final room where there's apparently a timer thingy on the door, meaning they have about 80-odd seconds before an alarm goes off, unless they can punch in the code. Stuart says, uh-oh.
And uh-oh means that you don't know the code? Uh-oh.
And we cut to a commercial. When we come back, there's absolutely no urgency about this countdown clock, and yay, they've quickly found the information they came looking for. Turns out some of the defective switches were sent to the subway, the new Metropolis automated subway system. Oh no, the new subway, the one that's taking its inaugural journey today, right now. The one that Martha and Jonathan are riding. And the governor.
Oh.
Wow.
With his parents in presumed mortal danger, Clark immediately gets into a cab with Lois and Stuart, and they slowly make their way downtown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They talk about why Biologic would want to wreck the subway, and Clark explains to them and the audience, in case they forgot, the whole thing about how Thorpe wants to kill the governor, who's also on the subway, so he can put Daniel Hansen in office, blah, blah, blah. The cab they're in is stopped a few blocks away from where they're trying to go by a cop who tells them they can't come through because the subway is out of control and that they think it'll crash at Centennial Park Station. Now Clark's like, oh no, and gets out of the cab, makes an excuse, and runs off to change into Superman, doing an impressive hurdle leap over some obstacles while he rips open his shirt to reveal the S.
I love that scene.
It's a good one.
Love that scene.
And we will see that a lot. A lot. It is in the credits.
Thank you for that, whoever decided to put that in. Yes. Fabulous.
Yeah, that's a good one. So this subway is, in fact, going very fast at the moment. And one of the passengers, who we'll learn later is named Al, is noticing that something's wrong. The train was supposed to stop at these stations, everybody wave, whatever. No, the train has passed these stations and not stopped, and it's going really fast. And he's just freaking out. Martha and Jonathan are in that same subway car, and this guy ends up fainting, and Martha and Jonathan help him. Meanwhile, Superman is speeding down the subway tunnel toward the train. All right, so there's a scene somewhere in this whole mess with the three bad guys, Eric Thorpe, Daniel Hansen, and Wick of Fidget Soccer Ball fame, in a limo. And Wick is oddly silent as Daniel dejectedly says he's seen the recent polling numbers and he doesn't think he stands a chance to become governor against the incumbent. And Eric berates Daniel, saying, I don't back losers. He also reveals that he killed Wick. Yeah, Wick's just over here sitting here all deceased. Okay.
With the balls in his hand.
Yeah, but they're not moving. That's how you know. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Like, wait. We see Lois pop into Centennial Park Station. Jimmy is there as well, holding his camera. Lois asks him, have they stopped it? And Jimmy answers, no, it'll be here any minute. And I don't know if Jimmy knows that the subway's about to crash, but Lois supposedly does. So, 2 questions. 1, how did Lois get to the station before Superman? And why would she go there at all if she thinks there's going to be a giant subway crash there in a few minutes?
Why haven't they cleared it out?
Yeah.
Why do they have a whole bunch of people still there?
Yeah.
I think she just has a lot of faith in Superman, but that's a good question why the authorities don't do anything.
Get him out of
Someone needs
there.
to get fired.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But there's another person there who Lois may have faith in Superman. Jimmy may not know what's about to happen, but one person's there who there's no excuse, and it's Eric Thorpe. He showed up to apparently watch the crash and presumably die in a fiery ball, because that's not what you do. You don't do that. He's sitting there with the biggest, smuggest smirk on his face. Like, yes, this explosion's gonna be real neat. Won't affect me, though.
I'm only standing a few feet from where it's gonna happen. I'll be fine.
Somehow, Superman is still speeding through the tunnels at this point.
Lois is already there.
He finally catches up to the train.
Ultra woman.
And gets in front of it, leaving about 20, 30 feet between himself and the end of the platform and the wall. He braces himself, and as the train comes straight at him, he pushes onto it to slow down, letting his boots skid along the track. There's no handprints in the metal in this rescue. He does it gently enough that everyone on the train doesn't fall over. And he stops it right before he and the train would hit that wall. And his face here.
His face. I wrote it down too. Holy moly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's
It's not a good look.
No. What a horrible day to have
eyes. His face. He's scrunched up and like he's trying to get something done. That's nice, but don't show us this. Please don't show us this. Okay. So, about this whole scene. I understand why it was played out the way it was, is because we need the suspense. It's fun to have suspense. It's fun to have him stop the subway at the last minute. But it doesn't make actual sense, so it's the thing. So Superman, now that he's stopped the subway, he gets on board the train and he finds his parents and asks if they're okay and if the fainted guy's okay. And he's just coming to, this guy. And Jonathan tells him,
It's gonna be okay, Superman.
Oops, Superman. He almost blows that cover.
Oops. Oopsie.
But it's super sweet that he goes and checks on his parents. And now Eric Thorpe, realizing that the subway did not crash, decides he might want to get the heck out of there. But he is stopped by Lois.
No comment for the press?
He does a move that flings him to the ground. And then Stuart's here, and he puts his foot on Thorpe.
You can't leave before we get a family portrait.
And Jimmy, always ready, takes his camera, and he snaps a photo of Lois, Stuart, and Thorpe, because remember, Eric Thorpe is the guy he hates, so he's like, yeah, you're getting your comeuppance, and I'm gonna take a picture.
Oh, your mom is gonna be so proud. Smile for the planet.
And it ends up on the front page of the Daily Planet the next day. In the newsroom, happiness abounds as Lois returns to her job to much applause. Perry's all emotional and it's very sweet.
Lois, oh boy, you know me. I'm not a great one for speeches, but, well, this place hadn't been the same without you. I'm glad to see you back.
Jonathan and Martha are presumably on their way to the airport to return to Smallville, except first they are going to go stop by and see Al, the guy from the subway, who turns out is from Kansas, and they're going to be BFFs now. Screw you, Henry. You have been replaced. I don't like that. I don't like that. Jonathan tells Clark, drop by, son, which is adorable. And they head out. And Perry, again, they were watching some earlier episodes, the writers were, because Perry does a...
Well, okay, what's everybody standing around for? Huh? Nothing you can sell here for a quarter. Let's get back to work.
Which is a callback to, I think, the pilot. Classic Perry. So Clark tells Lois he's so glad she's back. And then they just kind of talk about, like, maybe they'll get a Pulitzer Prize someday. But if they do, whose name should go first? Like, wow. You just won the Kurth Award. You're setting your sights pretty high, but okay. Well,
Right.
Lois says...
Mine. Of course.
It is great to have you back, partner.
But over this whole thing and throughout the episode, there's this tone of, and maybe it's just me, but seems to be this overtone of Lois must never ever keep secrets regarding stories from Clark again. Because look what happened when she did. So, never again, I guess. They must always work together forever. And that's all well and fine, but
Sure.
Then the phone rings.
Lois Lane. The trap is set. Hundreds will die. Poison gas. Does anyone else know about this?
Lois.
She smiles when she realizes what he must be thinking and says,
Clark, relax. It's just my exterminator.
okay, this joke only works if one of them doesn't have super hearing. Hello. Corny jokes make it make sense.
Ha ha.
I'm exhausted. That's fine.
We did it.
Oh, the source.
I thought you said you liked the source.
I do actually. I do like it, but it's got some problems.
It for sure has problems.
Yeah.
But so did Flyhard. I think it's like the same thing. Like, oh, I could pick it apart, but also...
But you can still like it.
Yeah.
Flyhard is so good, though. I like Flyhard.
Well, Flyhard definitely has more action and more uniqueness to it. This one, I mean, I'm not saying... There was something in this where I was watching it for the second or third time and I'm going... It's a little bit Ides of Metropolis, which you don't want to be a little bit Ides of Metropolis, but it's got like Lois harboring somebody, technology, the main technology guy going after his subordinate, that kind of thing. Not a whole lot else, but like, and keeping secrets. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, all of them have that. I mean, if you want technically a little bit.
Well, look, I mean, yes, Superman's always.
But yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's just share. Oh, did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything else?
In the season 2 preview episode, we talked about how I was reading a whole bunch of like memos back and forth for Warner Brothers and how they mentioned that they were going to put Lois in more shorts. I've actually noticed a few of them now already. She's been in shorts a few times, 2 or 3 times already. So I guess that was true.
Which scenes? I mean, I'm not paying attention apparently.
When she had shorts on in the last scene
to Bermuda
when
Triangle.
they took the picture. Yep, and she had it in Wall of Sound, her little biker shorts. So 3 times already? It's a little thing, but I was like, did that really happen? It has happened a lot. She's been in shorts a lot.
Yeah, you're right. I think when you say shorts, I was picturing like Daisy Dukes or denim or something. And no, I don't know why I was picturing that, but yes, short pants. Short. Okay.
Yeah, shorts. Short pants.
All right, we're seeing her legs.
We're seeing her legs more. They were trying to get her legs to be showing more, and they are doing it.
They're running the ratings.
Yep. At one point, Jimmy refers to Thorpe as a boy wonder. I don't know if you were going to bring this up in your section.
Yeah,
do we
go
know
ahead.
what that's a reference to?
Mm-hmm.
Robin.
Robin. Yeah.
Jen
we're
looks
so
confused.
No, I have no idea, guys. I don't know comic books. It's fine.
Yeah.
Explain it to me. I'm dumb.
Well, I'll actually do it because there was not very many real life references this week. The Pulitzer was mentioned a couple times, and they were referring to the Pulitzer Prize for achievements in journalism, which is one of the highest honors that could be bestowed on them. Eat dirt, Kurth Awards, named for Joseph Pulitzer, early 1900s newspaper publisher, who every time I hear his name, all I can think of is Newsies. We had a mention of Cuba and also Kansas. As Julie said, Jimmy sarcastically called Eric Thorpe a boy wonder, which, considering this is DC, is probably a reference to Robin. And Perry name-dropped the Alamo, referring to the Battle of the Alamo from 1836, and those were the only ones I noticed. Jen, tell us, were there any animals in this episode?
Not of the four-legged variety, just the human animals, because technically we are, if you want to be technical. Sorry. I'm in my NASA nerd mode where I'm going to go like, yeah, no pets were in this episode. No pets in this episode.
Oops.
Oops. Did you say oops?
Julie, tell us about some more of the goofs or bloopers from this episode.
Ooh, goofs and bloopers. Where do I start? We already talked about a whole lot of it. But I do have one question. They made that fake paper to sit at Oliver's door. How the heck did they make that paper so fast, and who paid for it?
I wondered that too.
At the pier, when Superman dives in to save them, his super suit is not wet, but his face is. So I don't think they wanted to get him wet. He just has a few little splashes on his shoulder and his knees where he like leaned over.
We never get to see the suit being all wet. Aww.
Maybe he lasered himself, heat visioned himself.
There you go. He heat visioned it.
Down and up.
I just think they didn't want to get his suit wet.
Ugh.
Lazy.
We already mentioned the guy dropped his balls in the limo, which was funny. Let's see. There was a potato sack hanging at the top of the slide when they were standing up there, but it was not there for any of the close-up shots when she was sliding down. So somebody removed the potato sack. It's clearly a pool that those barrels were dropped in.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the pool edge, you know, that line on the side of pools. In one little like millisecond, you can see that. The guy, when he was screwing on the lid to the barrel, he was clearly not screwing anything on there. He was just moving his hands. So that was pretty bad. It bugs me when I watch this episode. The faxed copy of Oliver's driver's license was most definitely not a picture of Oliver. The guy had a beard and he looked like a white guy, honestly. So if you look at that, it is definitely not Oliver.
No. Jonathan needs his glasses checked. Okay.
For sure. Oh, Biologic is in the same building as Star Labs? Do they share the same building?
I think Star Labs took over the building after this whole Biologic thing. And we'll just take your building.
Okay.
Your building's cool.
All right. I guess it's not a blooper yet.
Yeah, because I don't think we've seen Star Labs yet.
No,
that's
maybe
true.
they have
so it's
shared office space.
That's what I'm
you
thinking.
know, like
maybe it's a
you
shared
go in
building.
and you're on the first floor, you're on the second floor.
Julie, there's two bloopers that I thought you were going to say because these ones I have noticed many years.
Oh.
I don't know if they're bloopers, they just happened. But one is obviously when they're going down the slide. There's like 4 lumps on that slide, and Lois goes down like 7 of them.
She goes down a whole lot of them.
Way longer than that should. And the other is when Martha's fixing the water spigot thingy. She turns it off and she's like, there, it's fixed. But the water is still going. And then she like quickly tries to turn it again. But you can still see a couple drops. So she didn't fix
There's
it.
some water.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
true. Nice.
Yeah. Jen, what is your choice for the most bonkers excuse Clark uses in this episode?
Well, I struggled to find anything that he kind of used an excuse for. The fact that he fixed something and then said maybe it just needs a kick. I mean, that's kind of something, right? He's not covering for his darting off, but yeah.
That's about it, really.
That's it. I didn't have much to choose from.
All right. Well, I kind of touched on this earlier, but today for Clark forgot. Clark forgot a lot of things in this episode, but I think the most grievous one was Clark forgot to use his sense of urgency when he found out that his parents were on that doomed subway. He took his sweet time getting to them. This is where you would want to make that excuse. This is where a good excuse would have worked.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Now is the time. So, darn it. I'm glad they turned out okay. I'm glad everything's fine.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Julie, will you tell us about this episode's filming dates and the scripts and maybe some things that got left out?
All right. Well, what I have the script from 8/8/94. There wasn't really a whole lot in it. It wasn't a really early script, I don't think, but there was an extra scene that is missing in the episode. It is the scene where Lois, Clark, and Stuart are leaving Biologic. There's a little scene here where they're leaving the building. Security catches up to them, and Clark uses his heat vision on the lights to pop them, basically to make it dark, I guess. He says, Lois, Stuart, take my hands. And he guides them through security because they're kind of blind. Lois says, how are you able to see in the dark? And Clark's response was, I used to spend a lot of time playing in caves back in Kansas.
You weirdo.
Right? Lois says, maybe I should start calling you Batman.
Oh,
what?
Right.
What in the world?
But now that you mention it, he can see in the dark pretty well, can't he?
Yeah.
We've seen it before.
I guess so.
That's one of his powers.
Second reference to Batman, I guess, kind of, in the episode.
Someone really wanted to work on a Batman movie and got Lois Clark instead. It was like, well,
somebody
right.
likes Batman.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the subway, the guy passes out and Jonathan's like, oh, I think he just fainted. In the script, Jonathan is actually giving him CPR. So it was a little bit more
no, that's a little too on the nose.
That was a little too much.
Like, you couldn't save Henry, but oh no.
Yeah.
That's a little depressing.
But I guess he saved him.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be real. Let's be real. Like, how hard CPR is, and Jonathan would last not very long. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's been traumatized already, and to have him go through something else, the guy would need therapy.
Holy crap. This poor man.
Poor Jonathan. No, I thank you for just fainting.
Exactly. You're not gonna die on my watch. Like, boom, boom, boom.
Not one more. He sees his wallet fall out and it says Kansas, and he's like, not another Kansas, man.
I'm glad they went with him just fainting.
There wasn't that much else, really. There wasn't anything in the script about Perry doing a crossword puzzle. And all of the bye mama, and drop by son, those were all ad-libs. In the script, it just said ad-lib goodbyes. I like Clark's little bye mama.
That was cute. That was very cute.
Going back to the crossword puzzle, Perry's line was always like, do anything that looks like a pomegranate. Like, what is happening?
Like, what is that? That's not in the script. That was all ad-lib.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, that's it, really. Nothing else. There was a few other little things, but nothing important.
All right. Well, it is now the time for our very important section where we rate the episode on a scale from A+ to F-. Julie, what do you rate The Source?
Ooh, I had a really hard time with this one. When we did the preview, I guessed this episode as one of my absolute lowest, like one of my lowest episodes of the season, because it's one that I never watch. I skip this episode every time on a rewatch. But I actually really liked it on this watch, probably because I haven't seen it in so long. And I think it's actually going to come off of my skip list. So yay, source.
Wow.
This episode was very Lois heavy, which I typically like. I love that they finally got to go off lot a little bit, which, doesn't happen very often. They went to the pier. And I like that, the little frumpy, grumpy Lois scene and the undercover Lois scene. So I think I gave Madam X a B, and I'm thinking it's kind of along the same lines. So I'm going to go with a B.
Okay.
Which is a lot higher than I thought I would ever say for this episode.
I am surprised.
What about you,
Jen?
Well, I thought this episode did have some cute moments. To be honest, the plot just didn't really hold me. I liked Lois and Clark going undercover and fixing the copier machine. And then the cute scene when Superman came to Lois's apartment and tidied up for her. That was pretty cute. And I did like Peter Scolari. But I don't know. It's just, for me, it's a weaker episode for season 2. And season 2 is so powerful. It's such an important season in my heart. So if you're new to this series and new to season 2 and you're just starting with season 2, please don't give up. It gets better. I gave this one, I thought it was very similar to Madam X. It just hasn't gotten there yet for me. And I gave Madam X a B-. So I'm going to go with another B-.
Okay. Well, the source for me has always been on par with Madam X and Wall of Sound, actually. I would watch all 3 of them in a row and enjoy them all equally, just running through the tape. But upon this rewatch, going through it several times, I'm just kind of overwhelmed by the plot potholes and the things that make no logical sense. There are so many. And I mentioned this earlier. I think the writers just thought that nobody would ever watch this more than a couple times, and they thought they could just kind of tape over it. I mean, like adhesive tape, like fix the problems with Band-Aids or whatever. But there's a lot of good stuff. I like how the plot is centered on journalism, with Lois wanting to do the best she can at her job, protect her source, hold on to her reputation. I think the carnival scene at the beginning is fun. The copy machine scene, Clark x-raying through the wall, Lois mocking him, Lois barging in on the Kents at 5 a.m. A lot of silly moments, a lot of high energy moments, and I can understand why I've always enjoyed it. There are a few bad guy scenes that kind of slow things down. 2 scenes in limos, one in Stuart's office, one in Eric Thorpe's office. And I never skipped them because they weren't ever long or boring enough to do that with. But I can see now, like, But again, good gravy with the plot holes and the questions and the inconsistencies. But I still like it.
Yeah.
It's complicated. So all of that put together, I spent a lot of time on. I was going between a B and a B-, and I settled on a B-.
See, I was the same.
Yeah.
I was B, B-. Do I give it a B? Do I give it a B-?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're basically all the same.
Yep.
I'm not giving good grades this season, which is shocking because I freaking love season 2.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah, none of us
early.
have given any A's yet, have we? I don't think so.
No.
No.
So,
I think the highest is B+.
I'm holding on to my A's.
Me too. Keeping them close. We'll need those later.
so yeah, I don't skip this one, but off the record, it's got a lot of problems.
He needs proof. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you, believe me.
Well, up next, Julie, will you tell us all about Eddie Jones, please?
I sure will. Let me tell you a bit about our beloved Jonathan Kent, Mr. Eddie Jones. He was born Arthur Edward Jones on September 18th, 1934 in Washington, Pennsylvania. Did you guys know his name was Arthur?
Oh, that's cute.
Does he look like an Arthur to you?
Well, kind of. A little
Kind
bit.
of.
He looks like an Earl.
I can see an Earl. Yeah.
Or a William or a Bob.
Yeah.
That looks like a Bob.
Yeah. Or a Jonathan.
No.
Or a Jonathan.
Jonathan, for sure. Yeah, good one. Yes.
Arthur hitchhiked his way to California and worked at a gas station in Los Angeles before becoming an actor.
I had been in a poker game. Once, I didn't know enough money to hitchhike to California because I had a friend
Play a
out
little poker?
Oh, yeah.
You are that drifter guy. Yeah.
And he only really got into acting when his friend invited him to an acting class, and he was then offered a job as an apprentice in summer stock.
And I had no idea about theater, what have you. And the second show I ever saw, I was in. So I knew nothing. And we did 23 shows in 24 weeks. So I was introduced in the best way possible, not knowing anything.
After returning back east, he became the understudy for Charles Durning and had roles on Broadway, including the 1972 production of That Championship Season and the 1979 production Devour the Snow. Off-Broadway, he starred in 1978's Curse of the Starving Class. Nationally, he starred in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf as Nick, and won a Los Angeles Drama Critics Circle Award for his role in Death of a Salesman as Willie Loman. Have you seen Death of a Salesman?
Well, yeah, but obviously not his, because I wasn't
Not
born,
his.
but-
Not his, for sure. But yeah, I thought that was cool. That would have been a good one to see.
Mm-hmm.
He was also nominated for a 1975 Joseph Jefferson Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a play for his performance in The Gingerbread Lady. I have never heard of any of these plays other than Death of a Salesman. So
yeah,
you tell me, I don't know.
Well,
No
Virginia
clue.
Woolf, but yeah.
And Virginia Woolf, yeah, that one too. He made his screen debut on the television soap opera Young Dr. Malone in 1958 as Dr. Matt Steele, and his film debut in 1978, 20 years later, as Blackie in Blood Brothers.
I want to see pictures from when he's young. I don't think I've ever seen pictures.
I know, in 1958, he would have been pretty young.
Like, if you've ever seen pictures of James Earl Jones when he's young, it's what is happening right now? Okay, so now this will be my next thing. I looked this up.
Eddie married director Anita Kenzadian-Jones in 1991 and went on to be best known for recurring roles as NYPD Detective Lieutenant Brannigan in the CBS TV series The Equalizer. Of course, Jonathan Kent in Lois and Clark.
Dad, I'm feeling kind of strange.
My God, you think it could be this? Clark, what's happening? What's wrong, son? Clark.
And Charles Borden, aka the official head of the agency, in the sci-fi series The Invisible Man. Did you guys ever see The Invisible Man?
Nope.
No.
I've seen a few of those. They're pretty decent. I mean, if you're keep in mind that it's a TV show from 2000, it's okay. Eddie appeared in numerous films and television shows. According to the internet, which we all know is completely accurate, he appeared in more than 250 plays, 35 films, and 40 television shows. Holy moly, I cannot name all of those because I would be naming forever. But here are some of my favorites. Some of these are bigger roles than others, but they're all significant and important no matter the size. Some of my favorites include Seabiscuit, The Rocketeer, which I just watched a couple days ago. I love that movie. It's so great. Return to Me, which is super cute. If you haven't seen it, It's David Duchovny, Minnie Driver. It's a really good movie. I really like that. He doesn't have a very big part in it at all, but
Yeah, I remember watching that like because of him, I think, after Lois and Clark.
mm-hmm. Even the small parts are good. Great movie. He's in Sneakers, A League of Their Own as Marla's father.
I wish you had a decent mitt.
Maybe I better not go.
Nah, you can relace it. It'll be okay.
No, I mean, who's gonna take care of you? Cook for you, help you take care of the equipment.
Don't you worry about me. You're gonna play baseball.
I'm not gonna know anybody.
Mona, nothing's ever gonna happen here. You gotta go where things happen.
I love you, Daddy.
Cool.
And The Terminal. Those are the ones I like.
The Terminal, the one in the airport where the guy gets...
Tom Hanks in the airport. Yeah.
No way. Huh. That's cool.
Whether playing a judge, a military official, a dad, he consistently delivered understated performances that added depth and realism. He always brought warmth, authenticity, and quiet strength to every role he played. With a career spanning decades across film, television, and stage, Eddie was one of those instantly recognizable performers who could make even small parts feel meaningful. We, of course, know him best for his role as Jonathan Kent, adoptive father of Clark Kent, compassionate, practical, and deeply supportive dad.
I guess I just feel like I'm losing myself to the man in the red, yellow, and blue suit.
Son, it's the man beneath the suit that we care about.
And sometimes a little sad, like in this episode.
Yeah, like today. Poor guy.
But his performances always helped ground the show emotionally and provided a heartfelt contrast to the larger-than-life superhero. And I believe that viewers connected with that portrayal of the loving dad who helped shape Clark. He made his last screen appearance in the 2018 short Lost Dogs before dying at the age of 84 after a battle with a brain tumor in 2019. Dad.
That was actually fairly recent. I thought we had lost him sooner, or like earlier, but no.
Yeah, not that long ago, really. 2019. Do you have any favorite films or roles he has done?
Well, my favorite role is Lois and Clark.
Yeah, that's good, Jen. Other than Lois and Clark.
Well,
I want to see Seabiscuit. I've heard that's good.
Yeah, I think I saw that when it came out.
He was on Cheers one time.
That's right. I do remember him in Cheers.
He was on Matlock.
He's done a little bit of everything. Ghost Whisperer, Judging Amy, Crossing Jordan.
Okay. So this popped out at me. He was in a miniseries called The Kennedys of Massachusetts.
Never seen it.
I feel like we had it on tape or something, but I'm looking at it. Annette O'Toole was the star.
I know who that is now. For once, I kind of know something.
Yeah, that I have not seen.
Okay, he was in Dark Shadows for 6 episodes, which I watched that with one of my best friends in high school. So that is kind of cool.
Well, thank you, Julie. That's awesome. Thank you so much for listening today. If you are watching the show alongside us, our next episode will be Season 2, Episode 4, The Prankster. We'll also have a very special guest for that episode. It's going to be Derek Russell from the House of L podcast. So be sure to join us for that one.
On the next Lois and Clark, the prankster's back from prison.
Your admirer has a warped sense of humor.
He's in love with revenge.
I just want to show the world the explosive nature of my love for Lois Lane.
Now she's being stalked.
Oh my God.
Why would he be after you? I've been waiting 5 years to even the score with Lois Lane.
We're talking about my life here.
Bronson Pinchot is the prankster.
I'm going to put you out of your misery.
On the next Lois and Clark, here on ABC.
You can find us on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and Facebook as Folks Forever. That's FOLCS, FOREVER. Or you can visit our website at folksforeverpod.wixsite.com/podcast. And until next time, remember, maybe all it needs is a good kick.
Don't kick the wrong thing.
Jen, were there any fluffy, furry, feathery, fuzzy creatures in this episode? And I'm going to say that again because I squeaked.
During the first 2 seasons, before the episode... Why can't I say episode?
I'm doing Justin Whalin, right? I mean the profile. The profile.
You're doing Justin Whalin. Wow. Awesome.
Shoot high. Shoot high.
Oh my goodness.
My 15-year-old self would be proud.
Oh, shoot.